When you hear the word terrorism, the first image in most people's minds is in a farmer's field. But maybe it should be. Terrorism isn't limited to blowing up buildings. Our food supply is also a target, and a big one. A $1 trillion industry that accounts for 1 in 5 jobs here in the United States. And in many ways, one of the most vulnerable to attack. As Hannah Wright explains, a new effort is underway to educate the people who are the first line of defense for food safety, our nation's farmers.
It's not a pretty subject. It's not something producers or anyone wants to talk about. But they are at agri-terrorism workshops being held around the state.
In the case of Oklahoma, more than three-quarters of our total agricultural production in the state of Oklahoma is livestock related. And much of that is the beef industry. The beef industry is the most dispersed agricultural, or at least livestock sector. And because we are not only a major production state, but also a major transportation center or crossroads for cattle movement around the country, that means that Oklahoma could very well be a particular target if someone did, in fact, attempt to deliberately introduce something into the U.S. beef industry.
Derrell is an ag economist at OSU and says when you take into account how quickly we move agriculture products in our country, it is no surprise how fast a disease can potentially spread. That's why Oklahoma has a disaster education and assistance team in place. Department of Agriculture veterinarian Leslie Cole.
Something that's really important for the state of Oklahoma is producer knowledge about these diseases. The producer out there on the ground with his livestock is the point of the spear in detecting one of these disease incursions that we're concerned about.
But agriculture producers are not the only ones vulnerable to an animal disease outbreak. From the food we eat to the clothes we wear, no industry is more linked to everyday life.
When we have a foreign animal disease outbreak in the United States, our export markets are going to shut down. The stock market will crash. We're going to have big economic problems that are going to affect everybody, whether you own a cow or not.
Parker says quick action is the key to keeping the effects of a foreign disease outbreak minimal. That would include steps like shutting down roads to and from the infected area and quarantining or possibly eliminating infected herds.